Hey y'all, it's Nikki from Nappy Locks, and I'm just showing y'all how I install my micro locks just from a different angle. This has been a series that I've been uploading on my social media platforms, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. Also Threads. I'm under various names there, Nicole Johnson, Nappy Locks, and APPE It may be NAPPE_LOCS. Y'all will find me. I'll try to fix it when I caption this. Um, different usernames, but all of them may say Mom of All Things or Nappy Locks. The ones that say Nappy Locks are my business pages. My official business website is nappylocks at glossgenius.com, and that's genius, Genius. Um, yeah, I am a certified microlock specialist located here in Fayetteville, North Carolina. I do provide travel services, um, mostly in the drivable areas, but if you want to fly your girl out, feel free to fly me out. I do have reasonable prices. Um, my microlocks do start at, I believe, $800 for a microlock twist or braids, and it's up to about 8 inches of hair. And then interlockings are like fully interlocked microlocks are 900, and then that's what they start at. And then the extensions start at 1,000. And yeah, but feel free to book a consultation with me. I do provide in-person consultations, and for a select few people who are qualified, I do provide virtual consultations as well. I do prefer there be in person so we can get your test locks, but if it's a travel and I understand travel is out of the way, then of course we can do virtual. But yeah, I've been doing micro locks since 2020, and that's when I officially launched my business. But I've been doing hair braiding and retwisting and interlocking locks for years now. I'm using a 4-point rotation, just a little bit of specs on my hair. I have 4C hair, medium density. My hair is very tightly coiled and very coarse, but it is very soft and in some areas kind of fine. Not super duper fine where it will break off, but like, see through, but just finer than what others' hair may be. I am installing my locks using micro twists. So I'm using a 2-strand twist and going in and interlocking the roots. Me interlocking the roots here during the installation process is something I do when I install anyone's locks. I like to use a 4-point rotation depending on the client's hair and what their hair may need. Most of my clients do get a 4-point rotation. And that ensures that I can go the full 4 to 6 weeks before I need to interlock or retie again. Just keeping my hands out of my hair. I'm not someone who, like, I literally walked around with this whole week with these Bantu knot sections y'all see in my head. Went to the theater to see Michael Jackson movie and everything with these sections loose, like undone, and the rest of them with the micro locks already installed. I do not care. So I'm that type of person. I will walk around just like that. So yeah. And my hair is about 5 inches in the shortest areas and 6.5 inches everywhere else. This is my longest areas here in the middle, because of the type of cut I had when I cut my hair last year. Just a little bit of housekeeping. I get this question a lot. What's the difference between micro locks and sister locks? Sister locks are a patented name. They're a patented group. They can only be installed by a certified sister lock specialist or technician, whatever you want to call it. Someone who's taken the class and did all the requirements to keep their certification active. They use a certain grid and they only install via the interlock method. And also, correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, you have to keep a certified sister lock specialist as your maintenance professional. Once you come to somebody like me who's a certified micro lock specialist, and I am certified, although I am self-taught, I do have, mentors and things like that through AMP, which is the Alliance for Micro Lock Professionals. And actually, the group just went ahead and launched a directory, online directory. So if you can't get to me, you can find one of the certified lock specialists near you in a city near you. It's digital online. I believe my state on there still says my previous state, Washington State. I just need to go ahead and update it and send in a new headshot. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and update that. But I am back in Fayetteville, North Carolina. I've been back here since 2024. Also, micro locks can be installed using the interlock method, extensions, 2-strand twists, coils, braids. Um, yeah, those are the ways that microlocks can be installed. Microlocks is not a certain number. Like, I think I ended up with 311. It's not necessarily a certain number of locks. I think it's more so just the size of them. because you have some clients who end up with 250, 230, and you have some clients like me end up with 300. It really depends on the sizing that you go with. The smallest size that I offer is a quarter inch, and it's just me for the sizing that I offer. And for me, that's going to give you the most locks is that quarter inch style. Also, microlocs can be installed using a brick lay pattern or free part pattern. It's really like, you can freestyle those type of things. And a sister lock is a form of a microloc. It's just tiny locks, really. You see me here just following the parting pattern from my previous sections. And of course, this is around my perimeter, around my edges. So these sections are going to be a bit finer. Um, and then as I interlock, this is where I start asking my clients how they want their hair to lay for their style, because my microloc maintenance includes minor repairs, like if you have a couple pieces of slippage, if your previous person, you had holes or something, or if your maintenance at home caused holes or anything, just minor repairs. And it includes your retie, of course, your interlocking, includes your shampoo, and it also includes a simple style like barrows, two strand twists, flat twists, couple perm rods here or there. Nothing with added hair or anything like that. But yeah, that's what it's included. It's $175, and it does cover about 4 hours of service. Most of my microloc clients who are on a good schedule and who are good with their schedule, they're in and out of the door. Shampoo, interlock, and style included are out the door in about 3.5 to 4 hours. Anything over that 4 hour mark, they're either out of maintenance, they haven't been doing their maintenance on time, or something at home is that they're doing in their home care is causing them to have major slippage or repairs or something like that. And then they just pay the added fee. But yeah, just continue watching me. We're almost done here. Just me parting out, and I'm just parting these things out. Excuse all the beeping and stuff. That was my daughter letting me know she's ready for me to go pick her up. But yeah, I'm just flat twisting these areas just so I know what rows I have to do. And each of these rows either ended up with 3 locks or 4 locks, depending on the area. I think this area right here ended up with 4 locks in each row, or maybe 3. I forgot. But anyway, that's just me. You see me with that pink tool, just measuring, making sure everything is cohesive. And then when I did this front section here, this is where I have a little bit of not thinning, but sensitivity on my edge. Like no matter if it's box braids or whatever, like ever since I gave birth to my last son, and he's 8 years old, I just have not been able to really put a lot of like tension or weight in that one edge area. It's kind of out of frame right now, but you'll see it towards the end. I just kind of leave it out and swoop it like an edge because I don't want to be bald and I don't want to cause like any traction alopecia or tension alopecia, whatever you want to call it there. So I just go ahead and swoop it like an edge. I don't force it. I could grip it because I'm known to be gripping eyebrows. Like I can grip really short hair. But um, it's not only that it's a finer section of my hair because it's obviously my edges. It's just that it actually is a little bit painful. Like the weight of it is painful. So I don't like it's a little bit aggravating. Like I feel like I hit my head there or something. I don't know. But it just feels like really just tender right there in that area. This is the area I'm talking about right here. So I just part it out and these two sections end up with just 2 locks in them, and it doesn't lay with the rest of the grid. But again, I'm not hell-bent on that. My main thing is a healthy foundation, not necessarily every lock having a place, like a healthy foundation. I don't want them hanging by a thread.